I'm trying to see if there's anything else I should do. I just knocked my earphones out. Should I turn up the sound a little bit? Let me check the sound in my sound mixer before I do anything crazy. Yes. Good idea. There we go. Okay. Also, I've included a little extra thing that I didn't do the first time we went from the UK all the way down to here. First thing, one thing I forgot to add was the ATC voices. Because I actually kind of like them when going through flights and stuff like that. I don't understand their lingo because it's an entirely different lingo, but I enjoy the ATC voices. So, let's see. Got a few more things to check here before we get off to flying. Weather is, from what, hold on, I'm trying to shrink in this so it's not in my way. This is not as easy as it looks. So there's the weather right there. It is clear. Well, not completely clear. Got some clouds in the area. No rain in the forecast, thankfully. Don't have to fly through that. And speaking of flying, we're almost set to go. I think everything should work. I have not done a test flight though. So let's see. I'm gonna break my neck for a second trying to get this correct. We should be flying here in just 1 second. Alright, let's see if this works. Let's see if we have a successful takeoff. Awesome. Whoa. I had a lot more space to work with on that one. Cool. There we are. I mean, yeah, just look to the left there. That's the ocean. That's in the east, west. I know my geography. I know my. There's a little forest over there to the right. Looking pretty nice. One thing I am happy about for this part that wasn't a thing in the first part is that we're flying midday. In the first part, we were flying at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, UK time. And we ended just as the morning was going through. But in this stream, it is bright and sunny. Thank God. It makes everything look nicer, in my opinion. Yeah, I think everything should be going to a plan here. Check chat. You know what's going on? Typical. Let's move to cities for this. Our destination is Arlanda, which is the airport in Stockholm, Sweden. So hopefully the audio is pretty good. It's deafening my ears, so it should be probably just as fine for anybody else. Hopefully it also, the game's running just fine. Yeah, like I said, we aren't passing through the heart of Rome, but we're passing just on the outskirts of it, so. In fact, I think that's it right over there, I believe. I could be wrong. It's hard to tell from thousands of feet in the air. I don't think I'm exactly centered, but I don't know. Also, there we go. Much better. Much better. Look at that. Look at that view. Yes, so we first part we headed south quite a bit. Now we're heading back north. And like I said, we should arrive 2.5 hours, 3 hours from now, so I'm keeping that timer just on the safe side. It told me 2.5 hours, but this game sometimes, who knows. Yeah, I think that's Rome, right? Just right in the center of the screen. I was gonna point, but then I remembered you won't be able to see my hands in VR. Look at Rome. It looks so nice. I want to visit Rome one of these days, though. I fucking love Italy, man. Such an amazing place. I think there's a stadium right there. A football stadium. By football, I mean like international football. You know what I mean by that. Yeah, like I said, the weather is probably... This is the best weather we'll probably ever have in this world tour. I'm just going to predict that right now. Perfect skies. I mean, just a few clouds in the area. We may fly into some here every once in a while, but like from what I was seeing on the radar, I don't think we're going to be running into any storms. If we run into some rain, that is a possibility for today, but I do not expect to run into some storms. I could be wrong, but that's just what it showed in the game. I don't know what we're going to be passing over tonight other than a bunch of water because we're going to be flying in the ocean for a brief moment like we did in first part, but experiencing a lot of the rural side of Italy, especially in the outskirts of Rome. We're getting farther away looking at the thing. So don't have to mess with lights, don't have to do anything tonight because, well, it's not nighttime, it's noon. Well, actually, it's actually 1 o'clock. Just a little after the noon hours. Good day. From Mellow. Heard of that place before. 7 minutes into the flight. It was really fucking good down there though. Holy shit. Now we're gaining altitude again, that's nice. The original flight path was scheduled for 3.5 hours, but I think it's down to 2.5. I'm expecting it's still a 3-hour stream nonetheless. I can't get enough of how amazing this experience is in VR. I mean, yeah, I mean, graphically, it'd be so much better if I didn't do this in VR, but I don't know. If I don't have triple monitors, I really don't want to do this. Just saying. Even then, I like being able to look around. It's a lot better to look around and experience the surroundings. Now we're getting to the point where if we are getting into some cloudy conditions, then we're gonna be either in or above the clouds. More likely, just, I don't know. It is kind of nice, though, to look outside and actually experience the mountains, like looking just in the distance with the mountains in bright weather. Couldn't do this, well, I could a little bit in the first part because it was starting to get bright, I guess. I mean, it was sunrise, technically. But it was nice nonetheless to experience it. This looks really fucking cool, though. We're getting into some clouds, which I expected that. How long have we been in this flight? 10 minutes, and I've yet to really complain about the clouds. You couldn't say that this long into the fucking flight first part. See, close to San Vito, 11 minutes into the flight. Still have more than 2.5 hours left in this flight, at least. That is, of course, if we're still on that same flight path. Let me do this really quick, because like I said, we're gonna be going through a lot of the mountain areas of Italy, through parts of the ocean. Actually, we're going to be in the ocean for quite some time. Then we're going to go through more mountains. No, I'm not going to really see I'm not going to see a lot of cities because there's going to be several parts where we're going to be going. This is kind of like a 4-part kind of thing, I want to say. Because we got the first part, which is land. Then we got the second part, which is a bit of the ocean. Not a lot, but a bit. Then we go through more mountains on the land, which that should take up about an hour, hour and a half. And then we get into more ocean, which this stretch right here is long. I mean, we'll be on some land for about half of it, in between. And then we get back on land, and that's where we land in, which I believe, Stockholm, Sweden. If everything goes according to plan. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, but this one right here, this part, I should say, for the world tour, features 2 cities I want to visit at some point or another in my lifetime. Both Italy and Sweden. I want to visit them at some point. Real nice areas to visit. They are really nice areas to visit. Also, Yeah, I guess I could quickly point that out, since it's not... Ouch. 20,000, almost 20,000 feet in the air. The quality is actually going to be a lot better this stream than the first part, or at least maybe. I'll move just a tad bit away because I'm like staring directly at this. But yeah, the first part was while my internet was doing that thing for the week, which was not very fun. But now it's fixed itself, and now I'm streaming just fine, I believe. Yeah. Well, thankfully, the quality isn't as bad as the first stream. We're passing through... Listen, the one thing I'm happy about, though, is that we are 17,000 feet in the air, but that's how we started in last time, so I'm not expecting that we're going to be up here for too long. Oh, God, I just looked outside my window. Yikes, I didn't want to see that. Because where I'm sitting, where my computer and stuff is at, it's like right next to a window, so anytime I like look up too high from my headset, I can get a peek outside the window, and it's getting daylight here, and not very nice. And now we're getting to that point where we're going to be seeing nothing but clouds. And the clouds in this are bright as fuck for some reason. They're bright, but they look nice. They look really nice. We aren't going to be inside of them, I don't think. Could be. Let me go ahead and check some real quick. It's going to... Audio is going to blah for a minute. What that does happen. What the fuck just happened? Okay, I have no idea what my game's doing. Calm down, game. Okay, stream manager. Okay. Not going... Well, actually, the flight so far has been great. A smoother start, I believe, than the last time. But right now, I've gotten to the point where it's just nothing but clouds and my game flipping out every once in a while, which is funny. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, I'm only 18 minutes in, though, so things could change. We got the estimated time. I think that's 150 minutes or something along the lines of that, which would be quite realistic to what the time was shown on the screen. So about 2.5, 3 hours. So. But yeah, I've gotten to that point in the stream where it's just nothing but this. Yep. Now the good thing is that I'm flying midday, which I don't usually do. I usually don't sit in flights like this, like where the sun's super bright out, because a lot of times especially in VR, the light really does get to you, but it's actually not too bad. You get to see a lot of what's outside and what's going on and stuff like that, and I enjoy it. I enjoy this kind of stuff. I mean, at least with this game, this has got to be one of the most relaxing games I've ever experienced. I've experienced a lot of relaxing games, because that's what I like to experience is when gaming is relaxing, but out of all the games I have, this one's got to be up there. Especially when you're in VR. I mean, Flight Simulator's great outside of VR. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But honestly, experiencing this is a different experience in a way. So, at least I like to think of it as such. I mean, we're technically flying through some mountains, but we're also flying through mountains and clouds at the same time, so. Is that somebody who has been, well, I haven't flown, obviously, because I don't think I could ever be a pilot. There's no way. But as somebody who has flown before, it is relaxing. It is super relaxing. Turn it off. Shit. I don't know what exactly I'm on, but I'm not too experienced with this kinds of stuff just quite yet. Especially streaming it, but yeah. 375, I think that's what it just said. Well, if it means anything, we're about to be flying over some parts of the ocean. If it means anything different than what than what flying over clouds is like. Kind of the same thing. So, yeah, we're just... Let me grab my mouse. We're just about ready to enter in the ocean part of this, which I'm flying over water, so I don't know if, or I'm flying over clouds, which I don't know if that's much different. Wondering how many time zones we're going to be traveling through. Because in the first part, we traveled through 2 time zones, I believe. 2 different time zones. And I think this one will go from... I think that's +1 UTC to maybe +2 near the end. What the hell is that reflection? What the hell is that reflection? Well, that looks kind of cool, not gonna lie. At least that means that I got some sort of graphics going on in this game that isn't low, but that's kind of creepy at the same time. Stockholm. Going to Stockholm. Because we're going through this part of the ocean, which will take a little while, and then we go through a lot of Europe. We go back in the ocean, and then we get to... I zoomed in too far again. It was right at Stockholm. Maybe a little outside of it, if I remember correctly. But it's not going to be like dead center of Stockholm. But yes, going to Stockholm. Now we're over the ocean. Beautiful. I kind of figured so because... I did it again. I kind of figured because looking at the flight path, it's very, very north heavy, which from the first flight we did, or I did, I should say, I went from Liverpool in the UK all the way down to where I started at today, which was just outside of Rome. I lost where I was at. Cool. But yeah. So we passed through, I think, if I remember correctly, one. We started in one, and then we crossed into another. But yeah, I kind of figured this one we were going to stay in just one. The first one that we started off in, so yeah. And show the outside. I can, actually, I believe. I can't go too far because I... Let's see, camera. Let me get rid of that tab bar at the top there because I don't like that being there. Oh, there's external. Well, I clicked the wrong button again. I gotta remember how to fix this. I did this once the last time. It looks cool though. I mean, can't really see much other than the white from the clouds and the blue from the ocean, but as well as the white and the blue from the plane. Yeah, I'll admit that. Flight Simulator in VR, it's a little weird. I gotta remember how to do this. Because, oh, we're descending, I think. Because it's a little tricky trying to get this back. The world travel? Yes. I am on the world travel livery of the Airbus. I think this is what it's called. I don't know the exact model off the top of my head, of course. If I read it, I can... Crap, I gotta actually figure out how to fix this. I gotta figure out how to... It's in controls. I know it's in controls somewhere, but now I gotta look it up. And now I gotta look it up, which is... That's something I like to do. Keyboard. Keyboard. Camera. This gotta be somewhere around here. Camera mode, switches, toggle drone, cockpit. I think it may be N, but usually that does not work, but I'll try it. Where is my N key? Oh, there we go. It actually did work. Because I remember there was an issue with Flight Sim several updates ago where if you got to the external cameras in VR, you could not go back in the cockpit unless you did something wacky. Yes. Okay, yeah, Airbus 320. Yeah, there's that. Let me get into these cameras. This is a great looking shot though. Holy crap. Thank God that sun doesn't thank God I'm not going blind from that sun. This looks cool though. Probably not the greatest quality, but I think it looks cool. Yeah, simply bus with big wings. There's this one. I like this shot. This shot's pretty cool too. But now I'm stuck here. Backspace? No. Spacebar. That just does that. Alright. Okay, I gotta go find where I can fix this again. Where are you at? There you are. Cockpit. And zoom. I think this is not the right one that I'm looking for. Ah, here we go. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe, I can figure this out. I'd like to get back in the cockpit, please. We're gonna go to... Well, this is awkward. Whatever. Kind of yes and no. I like to be in the cockpit for most of it, but a lot of times, you know, if nothing's really going on, which, let's be honest, nothing really does happen when you're this high up in the sky over the ocean with nothing but clouds in your area. Something like this is nothing too bad, but I'd like to get back to my area. Bye. I clicked the wrong button. Just trying to follow back. What the fuck is going on? There's one thing you gotta know about me. You forgot to turn on seatbelt sign, no smoking, and turn off landing lights and taxi. Oops. Is it trying to follow? I think it's trying to follow. That's kind of funny, though. One thing you should always know about me, though, I always tend to find ways to break games. So, I'm not surprised if somehow I cannot get back into the cockpit here at any given point in time. How the absolute hell do I get back in the cockpit? I don't want to go. Thank you, WTC. Big help. Big help. Nearly 20 minutes. Cool. It'll probably take me that long to fix this. And home? No. Down? No. This one. That one. I'm breaking everything. Well, let's just do this for a second. Let me pull this up. Let me turn this one off so I know what's going on with this. Where is my camera? And back in the cockpit. Let's go. Back in VR, please. Sweet. Oh, a stopwatch broke. Damn it. Ah, damn. Right, okay. Then back over here. There we go. There we go. Okay. I didn't mean to break it, but I broke it, but it's okay. We have... Is it really at the right time? Oh, I'm not even hitting my phone. I thought my phone was off. Oh. Well, it also helped too if I actually showed the goddamn thing. Smart. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Up there. And let's see, what else am I missing? I need my stuff here. Well, there ain't no cities, so... Hey. May have accidentally hit shift tab, which is not what I wanted. So up here. Thank you. We're getting closer to the next stretch of land, though, which is awesome. It's a little less cloudy. I can kind of see some land. I'm like a fucking, like the Vikings when they're on sail for like, or like in the seas for several days, and they finally see land. Like, ah, that's me right now. I'm looking over to my right, and I see land. I see land. I don't know how good you can see all this. I wish I could tell, but okay, that bad. How's it going, Fred? I'd just like to say a quick shout out to the Oculus for having like this little, like a little area for in between my eyes where I can see just a tad bit outside of it, so that way I can just peek underneath it and look at my phone. What a beauty of an invention that was. I mean, it probably wasn't by design, but, and probably I could easily have figured out, you know, I'm probably not wearing my headset on correctly, but who knows. The good thing, though, is once we get done with this stretch of ocean, or the land will be the next thing that we'll be on for quite some time. Now, I fucked up the stopwatch, so I don't know how long the flight's been going on now. Although, I think I could still check. I think I started it? Did I start it? I hope I did, because if I didn't, I'm an idiot. Okay, cool. So, I think I've been on this flight for about, I guess, add 25 minutes to this, I believe. I'd say so. I'd say add about 25 to 30 minutes on that clock, because I accidentally fucked it and broke it. So, yeah. That sucks though. Whatever. I'm trying to think, is there, what's this one? Nah, I don't need basic controls. I know what I'm doing. Except I don't. I'm just letting my pilot do the work. I don't like how this is hard to control sometimes. Let's see. Yeah. I wouldn't mess with a lot of the stuff here, but over in this area, but I don't know much of it. And if it ain't broke, I ain't fixing it. Yeah. There's one thing that I love about this game is that it has some really, really awesome scenery. One of these days, though, I want to do a very long flight, test my endurance. Like, I want to do a flight that's several hours long. I don't know how long exactly. This is a nice flight. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I want to do at least like at least, and this is just at least, a 5-hour flight. All in VR, by the way. Maybe. 370, yes, we are at 370. But yeah, it would be kind of cool to experience, an endurance kind of flight. I'm very, very, very confident in my abilities to possibly do a flight that long, but I wouldn't say that at the same time. I mean, my longest stream's been, I think, my longest stream's 5 hours. I know that. I don't know if I can do that long of a flight. It depends. A low flight would actually be pretty fun, though. I don't know, because one thing I'm not a big, like, okay, this is just me being me. But flying over land is awesome. Flying over water, not really. It's relaxing as hell, though. I want to say that. Oh, we're now overland. Well, for the most part, I think. I know I could also do this. I'm glad I can do this. I can check. Yep, we're overland. I didn't want to doubt my stuff. Oh, hi. Hi. That looks very terrifying. Back up here. Too high. Too high. There we go. Where are we at right now? Ooh. Okay. I'm so glad they added that, and I don't know what update that was, but they added that in with the interesting places. I'm glad they added that in because that really helps out a lot. We're gonna be flying over a lot of mountains here. I mean, we have already. Not like you could really tell, but yeah. I'm just glad it ain't raining. I've never been a big fan of flying in the middle of rain. Even in this game, I don't really. Not a big fan. I mean, it's relaxing. I guess. I mean, okay, I'll actually say that. It is a little relaxing being a flight simulator while it's raining, but I don't like flying in the rain. Yeah, I kind of figured this was going to be a short flight with how high we were going to be. We're almost 40,000 feet in, which is good. Covering a lot of distance here in the short amount of time. I wish it wasn't so cloudy so I could experience how nutty that would look. God damn it. So one thing I want to be realistic with is the weather and the time. I don't really like flipping around between all the sorts of weathers because it, first off, doing that kind of screws with my game, and second off, it also screws with the airline, or the aircraft I should say, and I like the realistic weather, so that's why I have it on. Sometimes I'll probably be a little off with the time, but that's why there's 2 live buttons there for a reason. So, ow, in my microphone. That's one thing I'm still doing to this day. That looks so cool. I wish I could see all of it, but oh man. I love mountains. I love mountains. Big mountains, tall mountains, skinny mountains, all mountains. This is coming from a city boy, too. Cool. Yeah, a little shaky there. I'm out. Then again, we are flying over mountains, and mountains do create some sort of uncomfortable turbulence, which I can feel in VR.
124.40 November India Tango Romeo Echo. Vienna Center All November India Tango Romeo Echo flight level 370. All November India Tango Romeo Echo Vienna Center continue to Foxtrot Romeo Echo as planned.
You think this would make me dizzy, but I kind of like this. I'm just glad I don't have to feel it. This is a lot of fun, though. Like I said, it's never a bad time here in the flight sim. It's always a nice little... There's always a breathtaking moment every time I get into one of these flights. It is one of those kinds of things where I wish I could talk more, but I find myself wanting to just keep my mouth shut and let my eyes just do the talking for itself. It's so cool being in this game in VR and experiencing these kinds of experiences, you know? I mean, if some of the clouds that are shown right now were a little bit thinner, out of the way, that would also be nice, but what are you gonna do? I mean, I could do something. I don't want to do something. There's some bigger mountains over there. I want to say I'm not anywhere close to Everest. I don't think I'm close, but I don't think I'm that close. I don't think I'm flying through them. I thought it was more to the east. Could be right. Where are we at right now? We're getting closer, actually. We've covered a lot of ground since... Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground. But yeah, the views are just absolutely breathtaking in this game. That's why I love this game. It's up there in my top 5 games because of how, like, this is a thing. I mean, it's not perfect. Nothing is. Like, damn. So cool. Time is it? 2 p.m.
Ryanair 6746, contact locally on a center on 135.275. Good day. Ryanair 6746.
There's a lot more. Oh my god, these clouds are higher up. We're gonna be inside clouds? I didn't expect that. We're 30,000, 35,000 feet in the air, and I didn't expect to be inside a cloud. Especially here, I mean, we're flying over. Holy shit, look at those mountains. If I was streaming this flight path the first time, first off, I'd hate it because of the fact that it would not be the way that it is right now with the stream because my internet would have been dog poo-poo. But, oh my god, I would absolutely fucking love it. Ugh. Well, I should try to admire this view while I can before we head into some of those big old clouds, right? It's so cool though. I love looking at mountains. I mean, they're probably nothing special to maybe the next person, but to me, it's like, damn, those look so cool. I'm so used to living on a flat land that it's like, whoa, there's things that are hundreds of feet in the sky that'll poke through stuff. That's cool. But again, I do want to actually I wish it was next year, but I doubt it. Really want to take a trip over to either Italy or Sweden. Man, I don't know yet. You get over the mountains, there's just a ton of turbulence. Which is quite the experience in VR. I mean, I've experienced turbulence, but whoo! I mean, I've never flown over mountains, so I don't. It could be different. It could be different between one and the other. This is so cool, though. I really also do find, at least I say in this game, but I've experienced this in the air with the clouds. They're so good. I mean, flying on a cloudy day, or not as cloudy as like super cloudy, but you get some clouds in the flights and stuff like that. It kind of spices things up and makes things like really cool. My opinion, at least. This turbulence is fucking crazy. I think it should let up once we get by the mountains. Keyword is I think, because I've never actually done this kind of flight before. There's several mountains involved and stuff like that, this sort of stuff. Really cool though. The only thing I will say that I'm not a big fan of is the snow that's on the mountains, because I'm not a big fan of snow. That's the only thing, though. But I mean, at the same time, I can expect that when you're that high up. Look at that. Oh, hell yeah. Mother Nature did that. Somehow. That's awesome. we're just about ready to exit. At least I think that's what we're about to do. I mean, we're gonna pass by a few more mountains as we go through. Not as much as what we just went through, though. Guarantee. I shouldn't say guarantee. I hope. Still 37,000 feet. No, I expected a few clouds in the area, but I didn't expect this many clouds. But it looks really cool, though, nonetheless. Again, I don't know. I want to quickly say this, though. I don't talk a lot in these streams because it is impossible for me to focus on a subject when I'm looking at something as beautiful as this shit. Good God. So nice. And at the same time, I've seen, like, other videos and stuff like that of, like, people who have uploaded Flight Simulator, Flight Pass, or something like that, where they just let the cameras roll, or they do a flight themselves, going through from one area to the other, and stuff like that. And there's some comments, not a lot, but I've seen some comments that are like, you know, especially like, there was one video that I saw that was like from, I don't know where it was from, and I forgot the channel, but it was a long flight, and I put this on at night because it really is a relaxing thing. Okay, this is really relaxing when it comes to trying to sleep at night. You turn some like this on, and it does the same thing as with rain videos or music for me at least, for that instance. But I've seen people comment like, you know, oh, thank God you didn't talk during this video. There's a lot of videos that have the uploader talking nonstop, blah blah blah. So I kind of incorporate both stances into my streams, although I don't know if it really fits in this kind of thing, because the more I think about it, it's not supposed to be professional, or it's not supposed to be used as like sleep or anything like that. It's just supposed to be for, I guess, comfy streams, I guess, because I'm not it's hard to be super energetic in terms of like my tone with being able to like scream and stuff like that and be all excited. Okay, I mean, sometimes I can be excited. It's not out of the question with this kind of stuff, but I mean, while I'm in VR too, it also takes a lot out of me, both. Not really both, just physically, because I mean, I have a fucking 10-pound thing around my head for 2.5 hours. It ain't very easy on my head. So, to be honest, is still pretty shallow, but shush. I don't know. I really like the... I just... for these kinds of streams, I like to relax, I guess. Yeah. I guess that's the best term for it. Like, that's kind of why I want to test my endurance and stuff like that at some point, but that's a little difficult to do. Because I don't know if I could really sit here for 5 or 6 hours. That's why I kind of want to test it, but I also don't want to test it and then give up. And then, you know, that sort of stuff. Because I hate stopping in the middle of streaming and not. If I have an endpoint set up, I'd like to get to that set point in the stream. You know? If I set a goal, I'd like to at least try to reach it. If it ain't too big of a goal. So. Welcome back, Michael. Yeah, these streams I really like. My typical streams I usually like to be a little bit more talkative and stuff like that. But with these kinds of streams, you kinda... I don't want to say it's impossible for me. I could get used to it after a while and then become talkative, but there's a point where it's like, I want to sometimes look to my right, we'll say, outside the window and be able to admire the nice little view. Even if it is 35,000 feet in the air. 37, technically, but close enough. Even if it is that high up, I'd like to enjoy some of the view, if there is a view at least. So, yeah. 14 hours from LA to Australia. That? I don't know how I would do that. Because it would be harder for me to... It'd be harder for me to take in views, because if I'm flying through the ocean... Which, even if it's the Atlantic or the Pacific, it's still... We're still looking at, what, like 4 or 5 hours of... Ouch. Ocean, no matter where we're going. It's several hours, I know that. Yes. It is PC. I do have an Xbox. But to say that I don't think my Xbox could run it would not be a lie, because I've had the Xbox that I've had, the Xbox One, is one of the very first models, shipped from 2014, I believe. Because I think I got it 2015, I believe, early 2015. If I remember correctly. It's been so long since I had it. I don't even use the Xbox to play games as much. I say as much, I think the last time I played it was probably a year ago. I used it to like maybe watch YouTube or Netflix or something else, but yeah, I could probably run Flight Simulator if I upgraded to like the X or something like that. But even then, I mean, PC, I mean, my PC's good enough for this game. It ain't the best, but it ain't the worst, and that's all I can ask. Hold on. Yeah, just be also... timer screwed up, so I believe if I remember correctly, that's 25 extra minutes up there, so I think we're up to an hour and a half, I believe. My game crashes to desktop at the loading screen. Sheesh. See, there is one thing that I'm super glad at, though. So, on the PC, to coincide with the release of the Xbox version, they optimized the game a little better on PC. Which I say a little, but that was a big difference between me streaming this as desktop or not. And even if it came down to it, I probably wasn't even going to stream it on desktop. But yeah, now I can run this really well. I mean, it's still pretty... It's not the greatest in VR, obviously. It's not perfectly optimized for VR. Or at least for my system. Probably is for everybody else. They probably still have some quirks to tweak out, but now it's so much better for my PC at least. So, because I remember several updates ago, I would not be able to run this in VR, let alone really medium graphics on this, but now I could run high graphics and low settings for VR and be just fine with it. It ain't perfect for VR. I mean, you can tell from the video perspective, it ain't perfect, but it is a whole lot better now than what it was several months ago before the updates. So, yeah, I've thought about upgrading my Xbox several times, but the more I think about it, it's like, I don't see a reason to. I mean, I'm not gonna, if there's any games on the Xbox, I could probably play them on the PC, where I usually spend most of my day. So, my Xbox is probably just gonna be used for, like, videos and stuff like that, and, you know, watching TV or listening to music or something along the lines of that, and nothing more than that. I really don't expect to play many games from it, unless I'm super bored, or unless my friends want me to get on it. But yeah, I haven't played shit on that Xbox in almost, I think, a year. It's got to be over a year at this point because of how quick everything's going. But yeah. And I don't know what it is with me and preferring the right seat more than the left. I think it's because as well, with how my setup is for my microphone is to the right of me. Like, this is where it's at right now. So where I'm speaking like this is probably the best that it sounds, I think. I don't hear myself, so I can't tell. But if I look to the left, you could obviously tell it's a little harder for you to hear. So I guess that's why I have it to the right of me, and that's why I use the right seat, so that way I can look at, so I can, first off, hit my microphone whenever I'm doing anything. Heh. But I guess that also just means that, you know, oh. We're talking about autopilot, then technically it should be on. Because I don't... If you're talking about autopilot, then... Yeah, the AI piloting is on. Because in VR, there is no way I can control everything in VR. So I have this gigantic box in my face. I can't see half the shit that I click. The graphics being so low. If we're talking about autopilot, that is. Yeah. I don't have enough experience to confidently go through an entire stream like this by myself with just the flying, so... Probably as I go on, I can, but... Again, with this gigantic box in my eyes, it's hard for me to... play the game, actually. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I enjoy this. Yeah. That's... Yeah, because the autopilots are off. I know that. So the AI is literally doing everything. Once we get to the point where we get to the ocean again, which I don't think is so... well, it's a little out there. It's a little out there. Once we get to this area, then we are getting right to the end. Once we get to that, we are about 3/4 of the way done with the flight. So... We passed by a crap ton of mountains earlier, and now we're getting back into the smaller cities, to the no man's lands, those kinds of things. I think we may pass by some more mountains. I'm not too sure. Not as big as the ones that we just passed, because this entire area right here was a experience nonetheless. With all the turbulence. We'll pass by some mountains right around this area, but after that, very little. So. I'm trying to figure out, though, okay, like, I'm trying to figure this out. because I want to say it's a personal preference for me, but I really do like flying at like lower altitudes, like 15,000 feet, a little less than that. It's like you know, somewhere between 7,000, 7,000? Yeah, that sounds right. 7,000, 15,000, 1,500, however you want to say it. But around those two, kind of like feels nice, feels good. Right now we're at 40,000 feet, so we're close, I should say. I don't know. We probably, or I think I could have probably said it that way, but I would have probably have been here for another hour. Which wouldn't be too bad, to be honest. If it meant that I would be about 15, 20,000 feet, a little less than where I'm at right now, it wouldn't be too bad. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying, like, I like looking at the sights when flying and stuff like that. I'm not the only one, I hope, but yeah. It's also weird to say that I really enjoy the ambient sounds. I know they could be a whole lot better, but the ambient sounds in this game are far, far more relaxing than I anticipated, I should say. I mean, you could take a very long flight path that if you somehow could, like, you could make this work if your computer was in your room that you sleep in, or you connect to it via speaker or something like that. But you set a flight, like an 8-hour flight, and you go to bed with that flight. You could, theoretically, if you did all this, I mean, I could try it. I don't think it'd be that bad of a experience, but my computer's, I don't know how I could set that up with my computer and speaker. I don't really have any, like, speakers. I just have, well, I do have speakers, but I don't know how I could connect them to my computer when it's in a different room. I know Bluetooth can work on this computer, but sometimes Bluetooth speakers don't work on my computer, unfortunately. But I would have to... That is a good idea, though. One of these days, I need to test it out. Just like, say, you know, we're just going to fly from here and turn on the AI autopiloting and set it up to where it would blast in the speakers, and then you can go to bed. I don't think it'd be a bad idea. I really don't think it'd be a bad idea. Actually, it'd be a pretty cool idea to sleep to that too. Well, I can only see clouds. I mean, I could for I mean, that's all I've seen for the past, like, hour and a half, 2 hours, but way more now than I did before. It's really fun, though. This is a really fucking awesome game. I don't know if I've said that enough or not, but I can't stress it enough. Wait, wait. Oh, did I see something down there? No, it's just more clouds. Ah! Honestly, though, there is one experience that I would like to fucking try, and that's... I mean, it really isn't anything special, but flying through Antarctica kind of sounds like a cool idea. I don't know why, but either Antarctica or the North Pole. The tops of the globes. The top and the bottom. Again, nothing special would come out of it. Literally, it's all just snowlands, which... If I hate snow, why would I do that? That seems kind of condescending, don't you think, but... Wait, is that actually the ground? No way. No, that does not look like the ground. There's no way that could be the ground. There's no way. It's just clouds. We're on top of a double layered cloud, which really looks odd. Looks like the void, but if you inverted the colors of the void. Oh, there's that reflection again. Seriously, what the fuck? That reflection is based off an actual screenshot. Wow. Wow. You learn something new every day. Holy fuck. I don't know how to feel about that. I genuinely don't know how to feel about that. This is kind of like weird because it doesn't feel like I'm going anywhere when I'm looking just straight ahead. I mean, looking outside, it looks like, yeah, I'm obviously moving, but when I'm looking just straight ahead, it just looks like I'm sitting on a snow ground with a few mountains in the background. Also, talking about snow is making me kind of chilly in this room. You really need to stop talking about snow. Ugh. Really does look kind of eerie in one way because it's like I'm on top of two sets of clouds and it doesn't, when I'm looking straight ahead, it doesn't look like I'm moving as much as I'm just sitting next to a bunch of ice and snow and water and scary stuff. I don't know if this is going to change or not because we aren't going to descend in altitude for a little while. I guess, though, this is the complete opposite of what I had to experience the first stream, which is fine. Because if this flight were to have been anything like the first one, I probably wouldn't do these anymore. Not saying the first fight was bad, but it really could have been better. Yeah, because now it doesn't even look like the ground, like, because there is no ground, because of the clouds, it looks like the ground is snowy mountains. And I do not believe that's where I'm at right now. If I'm mistaken, then I'm crazy as hell, but no, I'm pretty sure those are a layer of clouds. They are thick clouds too. Jeez. 243. So that is in my area. Six hours. Thought so. We're flying over a bunch of water, but now we're flying over a bunch of clouds. I don't know what else to say about it, other than it's just clouds. I will say this, though. This may come as a surprise to nobody, but those look really fucking cool. Because they look like snow mountains. And, you know, when you're this high when you're high in altitude for so long, you start to think, wow, the world is really close to the ground. Or we're really close to the ground. Look at that snow ground, and we're flying above some clouds from that said snow. It's weird, but that's like, for some reason, something that even outside of Flight Simulator I've experienced when flying. It's like, you get above the clouds, and if the clouds are big and thick enough, you end up like, wow, this is a whole new different world. Or it could be my crazy ass head.
Warsaw Center, all November, India Tango, Romeo, Echo, flight level 375.
We're in the Warsaw area now. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. I mean, are we though? Still got some land left, which means we are getting down to the nitty-gritty. We started all the way over here. If I remember correctly, yes. All the way over here. We crawled through Italy once more, not the first time. I don't know if it'll be the last. But here we are right now. And I think I'm going to be wrong when I say this, but I'm pretty sure we're Germany? Maybe. I'm not going to be accurate with that. I'm not going to say that's my final answer for where we're at, but it is damn close. I think. I could pull up a geography map just to be on the safe side. Let me see if I can pull that up really quick. I'll pull up a geography map on my phone, looking at it from a very... give me a map of Europe, actually. Map of Europe. Can I spell? Yes, I can. Let's see. Oh, that is Amazon. I just wanted a picture. I didn't want to actually buy a map. So let's see. Oh, shit. No, we actually may be in Poland. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense. Because, let me look here. somebody else flying too. I haven't experienced that yet. Yeah, so we are just to... Ow. Yeah, we're in Poland. We're right next to Germany, though, but I believe we'll be... If we're not in Poland yet, we are just on the cusp of it. But I will say... Yeah, okay. Not bad. Well, that's pretty good, though. That was pretty close. I see some bits of the ground. Well, if I'm counting that snow mountain as the ground, then yes, I can see it very clearly. But I don't think that count. I don't think that counts. I think those are clouds. I am, though, happy that Flight Simulator was optimized better for VR, so that way I could experience it this way. I mean, I think I've said this already, but I'll say it again, I guess. I don't really it's not that I don't like playing this outside of VR, but experiencing Flight Simulator in VR is an experience that I think if you have the opportunity to do it, like you have a good enough computer and a headset to offer for, then I wouldn't do the desktop version of this game, but more so the VR version. Because yes, I am running this at the lowest graphics. Well, not lowest, but very low. But it doesn't take away from the experience as a whole. Because I really enjoy being able to freely look wherever I want. I mean, yes, in the desktop version you can. You just hold the right click and be all like, whoop, whoop, zoop, and then you zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, that sort of stuff. And if you need to, zoop, zoop, turn on the autopilot, click, 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 mess with the knobs, look down there, whoop, whoop, and then there we go, back up to here. But in VR, I mean, I could do all that just right here by moving my head like I just did, but okay, it's kind of like I don't know. I don't know what else I could say comes close to this. I mean, I've done iRacing before for a small bit of time. And playing that in VR is pretty cool, but it doesn't really feel the same, I guess. Maybe it's because I really haven't done it in this setup, really. But I love Flight Simulator in VR, and I don't think there's an experience that can come even close to it, okay? Because as well, it's like, this is like one of the only VR games that I have where I could sit and play it. Okay? All the other games require me to stand up, have a designated VR space, which this setup can't do for the most part. It can, but the reason why you don't see me playing a lot of VR games is because I would not be able to speak during those, and that's something I don't want to do. I want to at least do streams where I can speak to an audience, even if it is just one. But it's like, okay, so I'm not gonna say like, okay, don't play the desktop version, only do the VR. I can understand why people don't want to play the VR version, obviously outside of the fact that they can't play it because their PC can't handle it. Okay. I do really enjoy the higher graphics. And don't get me wrong, that would be better to stream than what I'm doing right now. But for me, I enjoy being in VR more because it's, you know, again, an experience unlike anything else. I mean, this is the closest thing that I could do in terms of like being in a plane. For now. I mean, it's gonna change here soon where I could be on the planes more often than I would like than before, but I mean, this is still some bit of experience that I enjoy them a lot. Okay. I just don't know if I could do just the regular desktop version because of the fact that I really do enjoy, like, just moving my head by myself. And when I'm just, you know, in this kind of situation, I just like to relax, just sit back and not really focus too much of messing with the aircraft or... I don't know. When I'm in VR, I feel more free. I don't know if that's... Is that weird to say? Or is that right? Because on one hand, it's like... I guess that would make more sense, because not only do I just have an entire screen up to my eyes, to myself, and escape from the actual... Oh, that's an airport. I thought that was a plane. I actually thought that was a plane underneath me, and I was like, wow. No, that's an airport. Cool. Anyways, it's an escape from everything until I look underneath my headset and I can see the chat for just a split second before I put my vision back inside the goggles. But, you know, I mean, like, on desktop, all of these things will be taking up my entire screen, which is not a big screen. You know, I mean, it's a 1920 by 1080 monitor, but it's not big, you know? And of course I can pop them out, but I don't, for a stream, I don't know how to capture the pop-outs of these things. And even then, I don't even know if it's worth it. So, because it would get rid of it on my screen, but on the viewers' end, they could see everything and not much of the actual game itself. I don't know. This is just me kind of rambling about why I prefer VR over not VR for the second straight time, but I'm going to do it again because... In case anybody's new, first off, and second off, I guess because I kind of want to get my point across. Not really, but I just really enjoy being in VR, and I'm not gonna... That looks so cool, though. I'm not going to, like... I don't know. Anybody can enjoy anything however they want. I don't care. It's just my personal preference and my personal take on stuff, so... But an experience that I kind of do want to, like, I don't know. Being able to put Flight Simulator into both my monitors, both the main one and my second one. I don't know why I pointed to them with my eyes. I guess that's just how I talk, but it would be cool to do that, but I'm not too sure if that would make much of a difference. Probably not be the best idea. I mean, if you do this triple monitors setup, which I've seen people do, you know, you just sit in the cockpit, and then you could look left and look right with your head. But I don't know. I don't know if that's... I don't know. It doesn't sound like the best setup for me, but if it's for like a desktop user, probably the greatest that you can go with, I guess, because you get all the access to equipment and buttons and knobs right then and there, and you don't have to worry about holding the right click and just popping it there, not being able to look at the screen and then like, oh, did I get it right? And then it's like, am I going down? Am I going up? Let me try it again. You know, that sort of stuff. I mean, the VR ain't much different, but I don't know. That's just how I feel. Whoa. A little bit of turbulence. We're over mountains? No. No, we're just... This is really cool, though. Okay, I gotta talk about this. That sun glare coming into the cockpit is fucking nutty. Oh, I love it. It's so good. Give me more of that. Well, now I'm just looking straight to the ground. Well, not straight to the ground, but that is kind of creepy. See, I'm glad I have all of this stuff right here to help tell me where I'm at. If I didn't, I'd be lost. I'd be completely lost. And I have a terrible sense of direction. My sense of direction would be, like, so bad that if I didn't have a... I mean, yeah, I got that. I mean, I can't point to it. Hold on. I have my mouse. I have this, which is helpful. But if I didn't have that, I'd be fucked. To say the least. To say the least. Fucked. Also, another thing about my VR headset, which is the Oculus Rift, okay, I used to use a Lenovo mixed reality headset, which only allowed me to play certain games in VR first off that allowed them to be played through mixed reality, which wasn't every VR game, but it was still like 70% of VR games, which is fine, I guess. I mean, some games I missed out on, some games I was able to play in mixed reality just fine. But the problem, I never actually tested the Lenovo on Flight Sim. I don't even know if I could or not. I think I would be able to because it's made by Microsoft, and usually all of their apps and stuff work with mixed reality. I'm assuming that's how it would work. The one thing I do miss, though, is the transition between mixed reality home and the fucking apps. I miss that from the Oculus, because in the Oculus, it's just you're in your home space, and then you just get, you know, it just fades to the app in question. Whereas with the mixed reality, it would, you know, it would have this little neat transition. Or at least going to Steam VR, it did. Maybe it's different for the other apps, but I remember Steam VR having like a really sexy transition between mixed reality and Steam VR. But there's that. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was the fact that, well, I mean, right now it's getting daylight here in my neck of the woods, but whenever it's completely dark out, my Lenovo would have a hard time figuring out where I'm at. Okay. Just like the plane. But yeah, it would have a hard time figuring out where I'm at, and if I'm moving my head, sometimes it wouldn't move it, and if I tried to play anything in the dark, it would be almost impossible to play, and I'd have to turn on my light, which of course isn't a bad thing. But with this headset, I can play in the dark, which is, I guess, fine, because if I'm going to be staring at a bright screen, I really don't, and if I don't need a light on, then I would much rather save electricity than use it up, I guess. So, I mean, I can play these games in the dark. I mean, kind of. I mean, I also have, like, these light strips behind my monitor, so that way I'm not sitting completely in the dark, but I'm also not sitting and using the light fixtures in this room, which are not very good, but... I mean, I don't know. I've never had... That's actually a lie. Now it is. If I finished that statement, it would have been. But what I was going to say is I've never really had, like, a piece of equipment that's been, like, up to date or the newest models of stuff. But now that's a bit of a lie, because I got a new iPhone and stuff like that, and it's the newer iPhone, so it ain't the newest. Actually, maybe the newest, the 13. But I've always had older equipment and stuff like that, and I've never been able to really, you know. When I bought this PC back in 2017, I think that was the newest equipment at the time, but again, 2017. And the fact that I've had this computer for about fucking 5 years now. It's not 5 years yet. It's 4 years. Holy shit, I'm coming up on the 4-year anniversary of buying this computer now that I think about it. Damn! Because I bought it, I think, a couple days before Thanksgiving. Here in the States. I think that's coming up. I think I got this the 22nd of November. I had to have. 22nd or the 20th. I bought this computer back in 2017. Damn, it's been 4 years since I bought this goddamn thing. It's taking a toll on it, but I mean, I'm not. It's running. Damn thing's running. I'm not going to complain. I am not complaining that this thing is still running. God, I just can't believe it. So, ow. Hit my microphone again. Let me go back. Let me go into the actual pilot seat and experiences. It's a little different. I mean, I don't like staring at to the left of the screen. The only reason why is because you wouldn't be able to hear me as well as if I was staring at the... Oh, fuck. That's my Mountain Dew. That was a little bit scary. But yeah, that's why I like to be here, because even though I'm looking right here a lot, if I'm looking right here... I'm not in game. Yeah, if I look right here, it's easier for my voice to pick up on my microphone than if I do it over here. That's what I've noticed. So that's why I like to be in the co-pilot seat. If my microphone was either to the left of me, or if it didn't matter where I pointed, then it wouldn't matter. Then I'd probably be over there. But the case is that I have to sit at this seat because that way I can look, because my microphone is literally right here. Okay, right here. So if I'm looking to the left, then my voice travels to the left of the microphone where it won't pick up if I travel over here. So you know, we've been constant at 3,700 for quite some time. I see the 3 numbers and I keep thinking it's like 370,000 feet, and then I'm like, I'd be in space. I'd be in space. Oh, that's an airport right there. You can land right there. Wouldn't be able to see it because of all the clouds. There's a landmark over there. I don't know what it is. It's just scary. What time is it? It is 3. So we aren't getting too close to sunset. I think sunset here is 7. I think. I could look that up, but I don't know if I really want to. It's not really needed in this. I mean, we're not flying to sunset. We're flying... We only got... I'm basing my... Actually, I still have the clock right here, so as long as I just add 25 to 30 minutes, give or take. What are we at? Hour and a half? Yeah. So... Oh my gosh, I scratched on the top of my head. Ow. We got about... Let me look at it one more time because I just immediately forgot. Yeah, we still have at least another half hour of flying. A half hour to possibly another hour. One of the two. Because again, that stopwatch fucked up when I fucked up the cameras. So that was fun. That's fun. I didn't expect it to do that, but fuck. Fuck. I also want to quickly point this out too. Okay. Massive shout out to the OBS Blade app on my iOS device. Because I didn't know this until I was switching between recording softwares again, or streaming software, same thing. They do the same thing. Ow. I didn't realize this at first, that you can take control of your OBS through your phone. I don't know if this is widely available or what. I don't know. I'm a boomer to some technology, so I connected it to my phone, and now I can change the scenes whenever I want to. As long as I just, you know, try not to crash my fucking OBS while trying to do it. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad. That is also a problem too with my OBS. I thought I wasn't going to be able to stream today because my OBS just kept crashing every time I launched it. That's one issue I keep having with it, but it does it for a moment and then it stops. So, I don't know why, but it fucking happens. I don't like how the clouds are starting to become orange. Like it's, because like when I'm used to seeing that and immediately it goes to sunset and pitch black by the time. So, yeah, but it's only 3. It's only 3 o'clock, so I would not, so I don't think sunset's 4 o'clock. I don't think. The glare in the cockpit's fucking cool, though. I don't know if that was an option I turned on by accident or not, but it's a great accident if I did. At some point, we gotta start descending. I think we'll start descending once we get to that little land strip that's in between the water. Actually, you know what? I would not be surprised if that's not clouds, but if that's actually Poland. It shouldn't be. But again, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it is flatland, and Poland usually is pretty chilly during this time of year, so I wouldn't be too surprised, but I don't know yet. I'm curious, though, what would it be like in December if all these areas are covered in snow? Or if the game is not that realistic enough. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool, even though I hate snow. But, yeah. I do know that if I ever did the endurance stream, I don't think I'd be able to do it all in VR, though. That's the one thing, is because, like, I know I'd be able to sit in VR through some of it. But there's no way I could sit in VR for 8 hours. There's no way. I would have to at least find some sort of extra entertainment. And shit like that. So, where the... Okay, we're still in the fun part. I was like, where the fuck are we going? I didn't see the path on the screen until I zoomed out. But yeah, I don't think I'd be able to... I'd be a crazy man if I decided to strap in this VR headset for about 7, 8 hours, more than that. Do it straight. I don't think I could do it. I really don't think I could. If I did this on the desktop, if I did the endurance stuff on the desktop, sure. If I also figure out how to make it to where whenever I click off the game, it, or tab out, it doesn't stop all the audio. That looks very fucking ominous. That looks very ominous, but cool at the same time. But yeah, I don't know if that's if there's a way to fix that, or if there's... I don't know. I can look that up sometime soon. It's never been an issue for me. I mean, it feels weird, though, streaming and being all like, okay, I want to tab out for just 1 second to make sure everything's right, and then it's just like dead silence. And it's just like void sounds. Oh. This looks like milk. The clouds are getting so thick it looks like milk. God damn it. Well, except they're becoming more off-color white, so that's disgusting. Thinking about that now. Ugh. I don't know if that's because of the sun setting or what. I mean, I cannot get over the fact that that fucking reflection is based off of a real image. I figured it was going to be like the cockpit right here, but mirrored and like tinted and stuff like that. Nope, that is a real image. I think of I cannot tell from that, and I don't want to break my neck trying to move my head around, trying to make it work, but yeah, that is a real image. It's kind of creepy. I don't know how it is that I've never really gotten dizzy or sick from VR. Because everybody always, like, you'll always read these on internet articles and stuff like that, or forums where it's like, oh, you know, don't, for FPS, let's talk about that for a sec. Like, don't have it less than 30, because if it's, or 60 for that matter, because if you have anything less than smooth, it fucks you. But for me, it's just like, no, this runs far from smooth, but it runs just fine enough for me to not want to blah everywhere. But I've, for the time that I've always had VR, I've never really had issues with motion sickness. I get why people have it. And I think if I started playing games at such a high FPS constantly, probably so. I mean, it's weird going from, like, where you are right now in the real world to transported in this, like, crazy-ass thing at, like, 120 frames a second. You're like, oogie woogie. You know, and we're descending now. Slowly descending. Unless we're just getting back to 37,000 and that's it. No, we're slowly descending. Just as soon as we hit the water, too. Called it. Figured so. We're ascending just a slight bit. We're gonna probably get into this the clouds again here soon. Anyways, but I've been doing VR stuff for well, I say VR stuff, but I really can't do much because, again, I don't have much space in this room for VR. I mean, especially nowadays with the amount of shit that's in this room. But, because I got, what, 2 guitars to my left, 1 bass guitar to the right, a synthesizer, and, like, entire fucking desk and complexes over there, and amps and shit. That it takes up all the space there, and I gotta move my mic, move my chair, be able to, because I do not have a VR room, and I need to fucking set that up. I need to buy something that is more VR intensive or something like that. Is that the fucking moon? Is that the fucking moon? Because if that's the fucking moon, I'm a fail no nut November. That shit's sexy if that's the moon. Or that could just be something that, no, that looks like the moon to me. That's crazy. But, yeah, I've had this VR headset for almost a year now, I think. Has it been a year? Or has it been 2? I got it during Christmas 1 point. Had to have been last year. No. 2 years ago, that's right. Yes, it was 2 years ago. Right? I don't remember. Fuck me. I keep forgetting my times of when I get stuff because it's like, it seems like it's been only a few years, but I think I've had this headset for 2. Or did I get it last? I can't remember. I seriously can't remember. It may have been last year. I think it was. So, yeah. Okay. Assuming so. I've had the Oculus for about a year. I've had the Lenovo for a year and a half. I mean, I still have it, but I've used it for about a year and a half before I got the Oculus. So... But, I mean, even then, the 2 models that I've had... the 2 models that I had would go great if I had a good PC, but this PC is just passable for a lot of VR stuff. I mean, it runs fine right now, for the most part, in Flight Simulator, which is possibly the most intensive, but a lot of other stuff, I mean, put this in perspective, I would have a hard time playing Beat Saber in this. I mean, it's not because I have, like, all the fucking mods installed in Beat Saber. Shh. But I played, I don't know. I played Beat Saber a little bit, but the reason why I don't play it as often anymore, or even at all anymore, is because it's like, first off, I like rock and heavier stuff, so finding charts of any of the songs that I like is damn near impossible. The most I could find is anime openings, and even then, they're not even the full songs. They're like the 1.5-minute versions, which they're fun, but I like to have an endurance kind of thing with Beat Saber, be able to try and play like a 5-minute song or a 4-minute song instead of a 1.5 minutes, which, I mean, still whatever. And second, if I can find rock charts, a lot of them are bad. So, yeah. But, yep, that is the moon. That's sexy as fuck, boy. No cities nearby. I'm not surprised. We're in water. But yeah, my computer, I don't want to blame this on the headsets, because the VR headsets, because they are good. They're good. Okay? Not the best models of each and every one of them, but they run, which is all I can ask for. But Beat Saber would lag. Beat Saber would be a bitch to constantly run. I mean, I don't ask for much when it comes to the graphics, as long as it can run smoothly and not lag in the middle of a song, then it would be pretty fine, but it does. If it doesn't lag in the beginning, it'll lag in the middle, and it's never fun. So, I mean, I've always thought about upgrading my PC, but I dread the day that I have to upgrade my PC and move everything. And I mean everything from this PC to the other. I dread it. Because it's such a task that I do not want to go through. I mean, the good thing is that I have 2 external hard drives that is easily just unplug, plug, and boom, there you go. But I don't know. Even then, it's just like I don't want to. I don't want to think about it. It sucks. Okay, game, calm down. The audio cut for a second, and I panicked. Are we still descending? No, we're not. We're at 3,600 feet now. Alright, so we dropped about 1,000. Cool. What a fucking sight. Yeah, clouds, you got the moon, you got me hitting the microphone again, god damn it. I'm surprised I haven't, like, fucking, with how forceful I hit the fucking microphone. I'm surprised it doesn't fall. I mean, without my microphone set up, you probably can't hear it as often as you'd like. Yeah. The one thing that this VR headset does, though, to my head is my fucking hair becomes a mess after I take it off. It's fucking... I like it, though, because... if you have long hair, or not even that long of hair, but if you just have, like, a bit of hair, at least, and you wear a headset, you... Oh god, that scared me. I forgot about ATC. You get headphone hair and stuff like that, and it's like spiking your hair, but without putting any sort of gel into it. So when I get done with this, my hair is wait, I don't think my hair is spiked up. Oh wait, it is. Is it? It's either being covered up or it's either spiked up. Either way, it is going to stay that way, one or the other, for hours after I get this headset off of my head. Speaking of headsets, I don't know what people's preferences are for, like, output devices. I've never been a speakers guy. I find it crazy when people can be all like, oh yes, I use my speakers for everything. From games to music. Music I can understand with the speakers. I can understand that. Videos, that too. But, okay, so the main ones that I want to talk about. Talking to friends and gaming. I could not do that on speakers. Especially gaming. Maybe with friends I'd be fine with doing that because as long as they aren't being picked up on my microphone, it isn't bad, but if I'm gaming, I need headphones. I would not be able to sit and hear the speakers while gaming and be all like, this is the right experience. The only thing I'll sit that's like, I don't know. I feel like as time progressed, people started using headphones more, and you start seeing speakers being used less and less as a main output device, unless it is, of course, music videos or possibly Friends. But I just can't see it with gaming, unless you have really, really, really good speakers and a really good setup. But even then, I see a lot more people with headphones on with setups like that when gaming. But again, speakers is not always a bad option. I've had speakers in the past, but they're not very good when gaming, which is what I do a lot. So that's something I recommend. I mean, it is nice every once in a while to sit back and relax and listen to music and stuff like that without headphones on or whatever. I mean, the least I do is earbuds when it comes to something outside of a headset, because, like, when I'm at, okay, so this is the one thing I regret doing is, okay, and in an airport, it's fine to wear earbuds, but on a plane, I need headphones, and I went to Florida, I forgot about that. So, you know, my ears getting poked to death. That was fun. That was fucking fun. Speakers are really useful, though, for music. It's like music and videos, that's the only two things I can see me using speakers for, because I mean, it's not like I have any fucking body to annoy in this house other than myself, so, and my neighbors are like miles away from me, so it's not like they'll hear it, so, but with my setup and all that sort of stuff, I would not be able to, I would not be able to fit two speakers, unfortunately, but also fortunately. Unless I bought a bigger desk, but I don't know if I want to buy a bigger desk just quite yet. I'm content with the desk that I have right now, and if it ain't falling apart, then I ain't buying shit. I mean, I just wish that this desk was big enough for a third monitor, but I guess I'll just have to take with double. Also, I want to say this as well. I don't mean to to call out, not disrespect. I don't disrespect people. I don't mean to call anybody out with this, but in fact, I give massive props. Let me give this straight. I'll give massive props to content creators who only have one monitor to work with. Okay? I feel like shit trying to do anything with two monitors because I feel like I'm out of space. And I feel like I need a third monitor, but I can't get a third monitor with my desk. But I need a third monitor for some things. Hell, a fourth monitor. But, god damn, I mean, I'm seeing, like, people, like, only using one monitor, or not even that, just like a very small screen, not even 1920 by 1080, it's smaller than that. I'm just like, how? I mean, massive props, I'm not saying that's bad, far from it. I give massive props to people who use only one monitor for their streaming or for their stuff. I couldn't. If I'm gaming, if I'm streaming and gaming, OBS is in my second monitor and the game's obviously in my main monitor. Okay? Outside of that, excuse me, I would have the main monitor with the whatever I'm doing. Gaming, video, something else. that I can't name off of. It's just those two that I can think off the top of my head. But there's that right in my main monitor, and then on my second monitor, either have Discord or Chrome browser with something else, like I don't know. I mean, I spent like my second monitor has, in terms of like time outside of streaming or like stuff that's open outside of streaming, it is possibly 95% Discord, 3% Chrome browser or other, and the rest the desktop. I do not use the desktop or look at the desktop that often, which I guess is a good thing. Maybe not, because I have stuff open in the background which causes my computer to eat away at stuff, but I don't know. Oh my god, you could probably see me shaking from chills. Oh my god. That is the one side effect I've noticed from the past few times of, oh, plane behind me. There's a plane behind me. Very lower, but behind me. Anyway, that is the one thing I've also noticed about a side effect from streaming, or not streaming, sorry, being in VR, is that I fucking sometimes feel like I'm having an earthquake. Why was there a landmark right there? There's nothing. Wait. My bad, there's something. I forgot, I'm so far up in the sky that I think that I'm closer to the ground than what I really am, so I can see. There are several planes near this area. Not surprising, though, it is only 3 o'clock this time, so there is people who are possibly around this area. Yep, there's 2 planes right next to me. Holy shit. I experienced 1 earlier, and I experienced a few in the last stream. I didn't, oh my god, that glass is fucking mighty scratched up. Yeah. Oh, now the clouds are pink. Well, they could be worse. It could be that off-color white that looked disgusting earlier. I don't like that color. We should be starting to get descending. We should be, too. We should. At some point, I mean, we're inching very close. We are getting that close to the end here, which is making me also excited. That's also why I'm shaking. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Holy shit. Look at that massive ball of fire. I mean, clouds. It's the same thing. It's so weird how they look in this game. I mean, it's in general, but I mean, like, goddamn, it looks so nice. We're descending and also turning at the same time. That always smells great. That moon is fucking beautiful right there. That is a nice shot. I wish I could just, like, zoom in and get a nice little view of that and take a screenshot of that. I'll take a mental screenshot of that, because I don't know if the stream captured that as well as mine did. There's one thing I've noticed is that this is really zoomed up. The stream, I should say, is zoomed up compared. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I should say that as well. I mean, I did zoom the camera in, so that way I can minimize some of the stuff in the background going on. Yeah, that is true. We are descending now. We're fastly descending. Let's go. I don't know if there was a topic I was on about, and I don't even remember anymore. I get so distracted by some, like, of the tiniest things in this game that I'm just like, oh, and then I forget, and I'm like, oh. But now that means I'm gonna be in the middle of these clouds. Oh no. Nah. It's the fucking first time in how long I'll be in a cloud. I mean, in terms of how thick of a cloud, this would be the first one. First time being in a thicky cloud. All fucking stream. Yeehaw. I'm trying to think back if I was trying to talk about anything. I don't fucking remember. Okay. This is getting intense. No, okay. This is so weird because you spend 2.5 hours, 30,000 feet in the air, and now for the first time since the start of the flight, we're descending into the clouds. Oh, huh. 3:45 local time. How long have I been in the flight? Plus 25 minutes. 2.5 hours. Yep, that is as expected. Two and a half hours, and we still have a little bit of ways left to go. I'm wondering if it's raining. It may be raining. Because these are some pretty thick clouds. And I say thick with 5 C's at least. There's some dark clouds pretty early. I don't... Sunset really this early? I mean, I guess it is to be expected. I mean, it is that time of year where sunset's pretty early. I just didn't expect... You know, let me look that up real quick. While I can. Somehow, some way, I'll look this up. Weather, search for a city or airport. We'll go to Stockholm. Sweden. Sunset is really... Sunset's really at 3:14? What the fuck? God damn, Sweden. I didn't expect this to start in the day, end at night. What the hell? I saw the moon and I was like, well, it's just setting up for like a few more hours, right? It's fucking what? Sunset's 3:13 and yet it is 3:47. Excuse me. What? Explain that to me. How the fuck? That is a culture shock if I've ever experienced that before. Holy fuck. Never mind. I don't know. Okay. Well, it may be raining. Actually, hold on. I did see the weather and I just closed in. I'm stupid. Stockholm. Hey! Go back here. Hey, I want Sweden. I want Sweden. That's gonna rain later in the night. Okay, good to know. Good to know I didn't plan this out till later in the afternoon like I almost wanted to do. Because I was like, I was gonna stream early and then I was just like, do I want to? Is it worth it? I mean, so far, I mean, other than the fact that I've really only had, I mean, this is the worst stream so far in terms of viewers, but other than that, I'd say it's worth it, but I mean, don't fall. It's scary. I don't care about viewer counts, it's just, it's about the experience. The experience of a lifetime. Only at, okay. That's some ominous looking shit, though. That looks like great. That looks like. Okay, no. That looks like smoke. Grape. Something. Grape juice? Yeah. Or blackberries. Whatever you want to call it, I'm going in. That's thick. That's 7C's thick. Woo! God damn! Where are we at? Yeah, local time is 3:49. We're getting oh so damn close to the end here. We just gotta get through some more water. We'll be in Sweden. I mean, we are on the outskirts of Sweden. So, oh god, that's bright now. Now I gotta actually turn down. Nope, no, wrong one. I gotta turn down this one. Can you turn down? Oh my god, can you turn down? Can you turn down? Can you turn down? Thank you. You're welcome. This is ominous. This is also weird. I didn't expect me to have the fucking cockpit lights on. I didn't plan this, but here I am. Cockpit camera or cockpit lights, same thing. The dome lights. There we go. Turn them off. What the fuck? We're under 2,000 feet now. I almost said 20,000. Actually, that is right. 20,000 feet. I was at 200,000 is what I should say. It's dark. Help. What the hell? What a difference 3 hours makes, you know? How far are we descending to, actually? Are we descending to 3,000 feet? 4,000? I'm not too sure. This is why I suck at being pilot. Alana. This is ominous as fuck. Can I add the horror tag to this stream? Flight Simulator is a horror game. Also, I love how like with how low my cloud graphics are, they flash and it looks like the outline of a sun. It would be much better if I was inside a cloud. Wait a minute. Get to the top. I'm in deja vu with the first stream. At 16,000. Now 15,000 feet. I mean, we won't be going into some mountains, I don't think, or at least I fucking hope so. This is fun as hell, though. And by fun as hell, I mean scary as shit I've ever had to experience. I've experienced this once before, but never like this. You can't see anything. I give fucking pilots credit being able to do this. I wouldn't be able to do this. Especially with my horrible sense of lack of... My horrible lack of directions. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I think I found out why I was shaking all the time. I think the air conditioner may be on. I don't think so. I'm just playing. I'm playing. I like to calm down with moving around because there is a lot of flashing going on. A lot more flashing than I would like. But it ain't from lightning. It is from my game and its graphics. Which, to be honest, I expected something like this. It's just nothing but gray. It's nothing but gray, black, and scary stuff in between. Scary. It's scary. Where was the brightness from the, like, 10 minutes ago? Where was the brightness from an hour ago? Where the fuck? Imagine coming into the stream at first. It's like, wow, it's bright. It's nice, and it's a nice, sunny, I'll say it right, sunny day. And then you come back to the stream, and it's like, what the fuck? It's dark. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where am I? I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. I'm outside Sweden. I said Sweden. Maybe I can find Joel. We're getting below double-digit 1,000 feet altitude, flight altitude. Which means, though, we got a lot more to go, though. Do we have any, like, high altitude areas around? I don't think so. If it's not lit up, I doubt it. Pretty cool to experience a little bit of Sweden. Oh my god, there's a lot of Sweden I need to explore. I figured I was super close to the end, but I'm not. Well, okay, compared to where I was before then. Yeah, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We just need to stay consistent at whatever altitude we're supposed to be at. It would be pretty cool. $10,000 feet, 9,000 feet. Looks like 9,000 feet. Just a little above is where we're going to be at. Cool. And it's nothing but a cloud. Ha! Get back inside. Get back inside. Get the fuck back inside. That was super terrifying. Oh my god, I've never experienced such... Wyatt's getting scared over Flight Simulator. Damn right! Imagine just sitting in a cockpit for like an hour or 2 hours, just relaxing. Looking at the nice sky, looking at nice, beautiful, puffy, white clouds, and the nice little sun to your left, but don't look at it too long, it'll blind you. You may look to your right a little bit, and you may see some remnants of a city or a countryside, and then all of a sudden, darkness. It's just pitch black. Like, where am I? Ow. Damn it, chair. Where am I? I like how I'm waiting till now. Till like look inside the cockpit and actually be all like, ooh, what does this do? Ooh, what does this do? Ooh, what does this button do? I'm about to blow up the fucking plane. That's what I'm about to do. Not on purpose. 4 o'clock. Local time. Uh, 2.5 hours in flight. Possibly 3 hours. I want to say 3 hours. I don't remember when I fucking started. God damn it. That's what pisses me off the most, though, is the fact that I fucked up the goddamn timer, and now I have no idea whether or not I started. If it's 3 hours or if it's about that time. I don't know. Oh man, I started this at 13 o'clock, I think, which was 1 local time, I believe. Yeah, had to have been, because I've been streaming for about 3 hours, so yeah. Damn. Are we ever going to exit this thick of a cloud? I knew it was thick. I didn't think it was long. Fucking hell. I mean, I can sit here in suspense for so much fucking longer before I'm like, bro, I just want to see where I'm at. I just want to fucking get out of the cloud. I'm just outside Sweden. Look how close I am. We're on the tip. On the tip of it right there. We're about to start heading into mainland Sweden. Hold on. Can I buff this up a little bit? Can I get yeah! Let's get a theater view of the map. That's what I want. I want a theater view. Look how big that map is now. Look at that. Well, now you can easily tell where we're at. I mean, it full-fledged view right in your face right there. We're in super fucking close. I can also imagine, like, I know this setting's off because I've checked it in the game and stuff like that multiple times. Trust me, multiple. But what if I, like, accidentally leave on a setting where it's, like, proximity chat? No, I don't know. That's actually something I thought of. Like, Flight Simulator, I don't think has maybe. I think it has proximity chat or something along the lines of that. But it would be cool to have, like, because I know Truck Simulator, both European and American Truck Simulator, have some sort of proximity chat in their multiplayer. What if Flight Simulator had something like that? I know that would be super unrealistic, though, because I don't think there's any sort of proximity chat in actual flights. Not that I know of. I guess I'll just spend most of the stream now just looking at this. Not much for me looking, no use of me looking out front. Unless you just want to look at darkness. There's a voice thing right up top there, though. Does that mean it's on? Does that mean if I scream into the microphone as loud as I can, ask for help, then somebody around me can come help me? Too bad nobody's around me. Nothing I know of. don't see any planes. It would be pretty fucking funny though if it's like, yeah, like you're just having like a nice little chill flight like this, and then all of a sudden you just see a plane in your map, your VFR, and it's just like you just hear just softly in the background going, "Son of a bitch! Help! Help, man, we're going down!" I'd laugh my ass off if that fucking happened. Or knowing a bunch of voice chatters, they would probably like take their phone and blast. I don't know, blast something. They'd blast something full blast. From experience. Still no cities nearby. You know those like movies where they have like the like a company and they have like a little room where they have like an office and they sit and there's like one big chair, like a laboratory room, and they have like a big chair and it's just like surrounded by screens like technology. I feel like I'm in one of those right now with the way that I'm sitting because I'm leaning back in my chair, which is why you probably can't hear me as well. I'm not too sure. Probably just enough. I'm just sitting back. I got my head leaned up, fucking laid back, looking at this, looking at the time, looking at the cities, and if anything pops up, and just looking at the map in the corner of my eye. Not like it matters what's in front of me, and all I see is darkness. Ow, my neck. There's a specific way I have to do this, or else it hurts my neck. We're probably going to start descending even lower than 9,000 once we hit to that last checkpoint at TRS. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, once we hit TRS, I'm assuming we're probably... I'm talking! 2,500, yeah. So that's what I'm assuming is what's gonna happen. We're 76 miles away. Holy fuck. Damn. Now thinking about it, the way that I'm sitting, I really do feel like a pilot with just leaning back in my chair. Cross-armed and everything. Ha! I don't think I could fall asleep, though. I couldn't even try. Listen, falling asleep in planes is already hard enough as it is. Falling asleep in a plane in VR is... don't even ask. I mean, first off, that'd be stupid of me to do as a fucking streamer, but... you never know. Like I said, if you fucking put this kind of shit on a speaker in the middle of the night... I could probably sleep to it. I mean, the only thing you could really hear is just jet engine sounds, which sound like a fucking fan, so... just pretend that you got a fan on, and it's also... and it's not that hard. Once we hit TRS, the little checkpoint right here, all we got left is just that. It's literally just right there. ESSA. Holy shit. I want to zoom. Oh shit, somebody's following my path. Not exact path, but hell yeah. What is the earliest sunset time for Sweden? I'm curious because, like, if it sets at 3:15, I think it was. If it sets at that fucking time now, what is it like in January when it's... Would it be worse? I want to keep that thought in my head, and I want to look back in January and make sure. Or, like, and figure out. Because that'd be fucking... Like, you just wake up and it's like... Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Oh, nice bright sunshine 2 hours later. Oh, it's pitch black. I don't know. I've never really looked at Sweden's, like, sunset times. I don't know if that makes me a crazy person or not. I don't know. I don't... There's the other plane. That's just right at the... Yep. He's a little higher altitude than me, so he probably just got done taking off. I like how I could see that, but I can't see shit. Thank God I could see the plane in front of me. It's just darkness in front of me. All I see is darkness. And not the Konosuba character either, unfortunately. Yeah, the altitude thing's at 5. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that... Is Sweden! Holy shit. I can see the ground! How the fuck? This stream started at the brightest possible time. And somehow in only 3 hours it's going to turn into complete darkness. I didn't pass into any time zones. It's only 4 o'clock, and I started at 1 o'clock. Fucking hell. That makes me curious. Now I want to go to Sweden just to experience this. That's like the ultimate culture shock for me. Because where I'm from, the earliest it would ever sunset here is like 5. So, to see sunset happen at literally 3 o'clock in the afternoon is kind of crazy. What is happening? Hey! Hey! What the fuck just happened? I didn't do anything. I just literally like went brrr. That's the first time that's happened. Holy shit. See, I think I'm still in the cloud because it's still pretty fucking dark. And looking at the nearest lit up area, it is not very well lit. So I think I'm still inside the cloud. I appreciate whoever is actually flying near me. Like, shout out to them. I don't know who they are because I don't see their name, but shout out to them. They're my one and only friend. Trossard Vanguard. I shouldn't even attempt to speak Swedish. I don't even know anything of Swedish. I would not be able to fucking pronounce any of these city names. Now we're going to be descending to 2,000 feet, so hopefully nothing sticks up that high. It'd probably be so much better to experience if it was daylight. God damn it. I was expecting that at least, at the latest, I would possibly get done by sunset or getting close to it. Not this. Not complaining, but I just, that I didn't expect it. That's only fucking, yeah, 4 o'clock local time, and it's... Salzburger. Imagine actually taking a flight from, like, somewhere at, like, I think that's our targeted altitude right there, 5,000 feet, I think. I don't know. Or at least it's an alert that we're at 5,000 feet. Okay, we're getting a little low here. Anyways, imagine being on a flight from, like, let's say Italy. I mean, it could be anywhere. That's not the point. But imagine just, like, you know, it's early in the morning, and you're like, okay, I've never been to Sweden. And I don't know the sunset times at this time of year, so I'm just gonna, like, assume that by the time I get, because, like, everywhere else, it's like, it's pretty bright out at 3 in the fucking afternoon and stuff like that. By the time I get off the plane and stuff, and all that, and everywhere else, for the most part, of course. But, you know, it's like, okay, so if I leave at, let's say 9, and I arrive in Stockholm, 3 o'clock, that gives me enough time to go to my apartment, or, no, go to my hotel, not apartment, duh, and, oh, okay, that happened, and we, I don't know, just fun stuff, and then you're like, you're pulling down, and it's just like, what the hell? Are we gonna pull up? We're at 2,000 feet. And I don't see... The airport is not anywhere close. You know what? I would not be surprised if we fucking crash. Where's my tab? See if I fix that. Good. Ah! Good.
123.755 for all November India Tango Romeo Echo. Stockholm approach all November India Tango Romeo Echo 2,700 feet. Generic 45601 miles southeast of Orlando. Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Contact Orlando Tower on 128.73. All November India Tango Romeo.
The AI still don't know how to fucking pilot after a long ass flight. That's for damn sure.
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Tower on 128.73, generic 456.
Go down. You are not helping. There's the SSA. It's damn close. Once we get to that fucking point, turn this bitch back on. Fiona, I will go to bed. Let me just land in Stockholm real quick. I mean, it is fucking nighttime here. It's nighttime somewhere in the world, and that somewhere is fucking here, apparently. Somehow. It's 4. Right? Yeah. Why am I up this late? Fuck it, I don't know. Gotta do something to entertain myself. Also, I slept early in the, like, evening, and it fucked everything up, sleep schedule-wise, so here I am. Cool. Let's see if you can land. I mean, we're in Stockholm, so, yeah, I don't care. Whatever happens here is whatever. We'll just pretend that I landed. So. Yeah, I could say I took a nap too. I mean, well, I mean, the airport's right there. We could, I mean, there is an airport right there. That's a runway. Could just land right there. Actually, fuck, that is the fucking runway we're supposed to be landing on. What am I doing? Alright, you know what to do. Well, we missed our fucking runway, but you know what? Yeah, we're in Sweden. Yeah, I took a nap too, and it was not very fun.
Orlando Tower, all November India Tango Romeo Echo is 1 mile south, 3,100 feet with Alpha to land. All November India Tango Romeo Echo, Orlando Tower.
Cool. I don't think we're gonna land on the runway, so I would not be surprised if this is the. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we got the landing gear out. We're getting somewhere. Hold on. Okay.
121.9 Scandinavian 1424 heavy.
Let me turn that off. We're going somewhere. I don't know where, but we're going somewhere. I don't know where we're going. I think the runway's just to the left of us there. Maybe we're taking a nice little tour of Sweden. Oh. Sure, if,
Runway 26 number 2 generic 456.
are we going to that, or what the fuck are we doing? I'm a little confused, but I mean, it's not like this isn't new, I guess. Well, it looks like it's... Okay, we're getting a little far out of ways. I don't know if you're going to turn around anytime soon, or if I'm going to have to be the one turning us around, which I don't know how to. Fucking... Wait a minute. Yeah, I was starting to talk shit, and now I'm gonna probably eat some shit here in a minute. Yeah, this game is so broken at times, but you know what? It fits my narrative. I break shit all the time. Games-wise, I should say. I will say though, I don't even care that it's like nighttime, pitch black nighttime at 4 in the afternoon. This is... I mean, that reflection of the moon in the fucking water. Alright, that fucking game of the year. Game of the year. Come on. We're just flying around the outskirts of Stockholm at this point, which isn't a bad thing. I like the city. I like this area. Although I don't know if we're gonna be landing on an airport or not, which I don't even care. We flew over the airport. That's all that matters. We could crash here. That's all I don't even care. I mean, it fucking looks like we are. Unless we turn at the last second. Look at that area down there. Ooh. Look nice. Look at them buildings down there. Great detail, obviously. We're getting closer. Not there yet.
Cleared to land runway 26, all November India Tango Romeo Echo. Targeter 1745, turn next taxiway. Cleared to land runway 26, number 2, KLM 1115.
At this point, we might as well start the third episode at this rate.
Generic
The rate that we're going.
contact Stockholm approach on 123.755. Good day. One two three decimal 755 for generic 456. Targeter 1745 contact ground on 121.903.
We're turning.
KLM 1115, go around. Going to 121.903, Targeter 1745. Going around KLM 1115. KLM 1115 contact Stockholm approach on 123.755. Good day. One two three decimal 755 for KLM 1115.
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on now. Well, to be honest, I have never made it this far in a flight sim. Ever. So that's why I'm mostly silent. I'm trying to figure out the way that this works. Oh, here we go. We got locked in now. Slowly. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll go again, attempt number 2. Just do a nice little 360. Meow. Nice and slow. No need to be hasty. Meow. Gotta look good for the camera. I can't even see the airport anymore because it's getting cloudy. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I think it's completely behind me at this point. Oh, I see it now. Getting on the radar down there. There it is. Are we high enough? Or, sorry, low enough? Oh, I don't want to do that because that would take me fucking minutes for me to actually get that done. Imagine living around this area. It'd be pretty cool. Pretty expensive, but pretty cool. You live next to a fucking airport. I mean, a pretty big one, I mean, by the looks of things. Oh. Okay, that's a pretty cool looking area right there, just underneath me. That's kind of cool, not gonna lie. I don't know what that place is in real life, but that's... You live right next to the runway. Whoa. I don't even know... Oh, actually, that may not even be a house. Who knows? Oh. Over the gates. Over the... Here we go. Oh. I'm becoming Tyler 1. I'm sorry. Bam! Holy shit! From one runway to the other. Holy fucking dogs. Oh my god. Ah. I can't believe it. $4:30 local time. 4:30 local time, 4:40 local time, actually. Whoa. 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours from Rome to Stockholm. Unbelievable. Now we just gotta wait for this. I mean, we can't. I mean, there's not much to this. It's just literally this. I don't know if anybody cares enough about it. All it is just we just park, which isn't really that as fun. And that'll take about another fucking 5 to 10 minutes. God damn. That was an adventure. Man, oh man. Huh. That was something. Nah, I don't care. I'll sit here through this entire thing. I don't care. This is relaxing. Do a little zigzag and we pull up right to where we need to be. Well, let me just look at the clock real quick. It's only 4 o'clock. I thought it was 7. Still baffles me how it's like pitch black out. It's only 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock, sorry. I mean, it's 3 o'clock UTC time, if that makes any difference. And just make the rights. I think the only thing the AI is good at is this last part here. Everything else, they're shit. Better than me, I guess. Could be worse. Could be worse. It could be me piloting this damn thing. Great, now it's bright again. Now my eyes are getting blinded. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well. To say the least, that was an adventure. Holy hell. 3.5 hours. That was fucking worth it. Holy shit. I don't know where the next destination is. I'll be completely honest. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't pick Stockholm at first. I was probably just gonna keep going east because, I kind of want to get to Japan really quickly, but I was like, yeah, let's move eastward. So I was like, okay, that's when we'll do. But then I was like, well, actually, Sweden is just to the north of us. We can do that, or I can do that, and not have to, not have a very long flight. It's only 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah. There we go. 3.5 hour flight, all done. I mean, good lord. Plane shut down. I'm gonna go shut down. Woohoo! Ugh. Total time of flight, 3 hours, 26 minutes. 2 hours and 45 minutes were spent in the day. Officially, 42 minutes in the night. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that started... Actually, that started... Yeah, I don't know. 12 o'clock. I think that's UTC time that's going off of. So, yeah, 13 o'clock, 16 o'clock is when it ended. Holy fucking shit. I am... That's awesome. I am so happy that happened. God damn. Alright. I'm going to go to bed. Well, actually, maybe. I don't know yet. Fucking hell. 3.5 hours. Woohoo! Oh my god. Whew. I may not stream tomorrow because I have to work tomorrow. Maybe I'll think of something for Friday. Who knows? Have a good one, everyone.